Hello again, my name's Gabe Zolna. Well, read a most interesting article on WorldNet Daily. You're not going to have to look for it. I will attach the link. But before I go into the article, I like to pat myself on the back. If you're a viewer of mine, you may recall, and if you haven't, you might want to look up some of my previous videos on this topic, Obamacare. I made countless videos on Obamacare. And in a number of them, I explained in great detail why Obamacare was illegal. And for those of you that are new viewers and haven't looked at the previous ones, you might want to do so. I'll provide you with a little bit of what I had said back then. The House of Representatives are the only ones that can tax the American people. The Senate cannot tax the American people. And how Obamacare came to fruition was as follows. The House of Representatives went ahead and submitted a bill to the Senate. The bill that they submitted was approved by the House of Representatives, and it was a tax credit for military housing. And what Harry Reid, the majority leader of the Senate, did was he removed all of the information contained within the tax credit, and all he kept was the approval. And he substituted it with Obamacare. In other words, it was the Senate that put this $800 billion tax onto the American people. It was not the House of Representatives. I also made a number of videos where I said that it was wrong of the Speaker, John Boehner, not to have brought that to anyone's attention. In either case, it appears, according to the article on WorldNet Daily, that this is going to come up for review and consideration ultimately by the Supreme Court. The title of this article is Judges Hit with Silver Bullet to Kill Obamacare. And a three-judge panel reviewed the case, and I was asking the D.C. Circuit of Appeal to review the case. Depending on what they conclude, ultimately it will end up on the Supreme Court to make the final decision. That also causes me a little bit of concern for a variety of reasons, one of which is that if the chosen one, you know that dope with the big ears? If the chosen one ends up doing what I think he intends to do, which is to appoint none other than the less than honorable Attorney General Eric H. Holder to the Supreme Court, that might in fact be the only way that Obama will be able to save his flagship accomplishment, if in fact it's taken up by the Supreme Court, which I believe it ultimately will. Folks, Harry Reid needs to be held accountable. Speaker John Boehner, I believe, also needs to be held accountable for the billions upon billions of dollars that have been wasted, the billions of additional dollars in taxes that have been put onto the American people, the loss of full-time employment for millions of people. Harry Reid needs to be tried alongside of the chosen one, and Harry Reid needs to be imprisoned for the rest of his miserable life. That's sort of what I think. Read the article. Let me know what you think. And as I said at the beginning of this little clip, I'm patting myself on the back, because what they're now saying is what I said a number of years ago. Harry Reid is responsible for the Obamacare nightmare that the American people are living. Without him having done what he did, Obamacare would never have gone any further than in Obama's twisted, drug-induced mind. That's what I think. Read the article and let me know what you think.